I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this is another Higher Things video short. Theological Hobby Horses. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. That thing we think is most important. We may not realize that it's a hobby horse, but it's the thing that we're so ready looking for. Maybe we're in the tunnel so much. We have the tunnel vision going on. You see the tunnel vision? What a 3D effect. It's awesome. We have the tunnel vision, and we can't see anything other than that. Our friends all hold this same theological position, and in the midst of our little group, it seems most important. Some theological hobby horses that are in Lutheranism are like the liturgy, how we worship, contraception for some people, sanctification for some people. The thing that we think has to be hyper-corrected. It's all we see, and it's the most important topic. It's the thing we chime in on every single time. Well, the problem with a hobby horse is it's just a toy. It's not the main thing. And if we ever think that it becomes the main thing for us, we've lost the gospel. For Lutherans, the main subject, the article on which the gospel stands, which the church stands on, falls on, is justification by grace through faith. That is another way of saying that is Jesus Christ and Him crucified for me. Or that my salvation doesn't depend upon anything that I do or don't do, but solely on the merits of Christ. Or we could say the proper distinction between law and gospel, or that there are two kinds of righteousness. All these things, which are Christ and Christ alone, are various ways of saying that I'm saved by Jesus alone. That's the center of Christianity, the article upon which the church stands or falls on. All these other articles, all these other things, while important to us in the tunnel, aren't the main thing. And we can never take for granted the gospel. You see, Romans 1, 2, and 3 happened before Romans 14, 15, 16. I was going to say 17, but there is no Romans 17. If we go right to Romans 14, 15, and 16 and say, we've got to have some sanctification and forget all about Romans 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, we've sort of lost the gospel. If we are so ready to fight our worship wars and we forget about the freedom of the gospel, then we've fallen out of the boat and we're sort of flailing about on something that isn't as important as the gospel. If we take for granted the gospel in our pursuit of whatever topic we think is most important, whether it be contraception or infant communion or early confirmation, or only the chalice, or every Sunday communion, while all these things are important, they run a second seat to the freedom of the gospel. And if those things take over, then we've gotten distracted. The gospel is never a given. There's never a part where we could say, of course I was talking about Jesus Christ and Him crucified. Of course I was talking about the gospel. No. The gospel is the article upon which everything teeters. We lose that, and we lose Jesus. And so it's all about Christ and Him crucified. It's all about the forgiveness of sins, the comfort of troubled consciences. That runs everything in Christianity. Or else, we're lost. Even good topics, even right topics, when they lose the gospel, when they become a law, are wrong. Think about that the next time you're playing with your hobby horse in the tunnel. It's all about Christ and Him crucified for us, or we lose our Savior. I'm Pastor George Borghardt, and this has been another Higher Things video short.